Melody, I have a question for you with regard to what you're seeing customers demand right now with regard to AI. I know there's a lot of buzz and there's a lot of interest, but you guys are dealing with enterprise level clients. What are you seeing with regard to their demand and what they're looking for on the AI front?
You're absolutely right. There is a huge demand in AI right now, particularly on the enterprise side. They're prepping for that demand that is coming. And that demand, a lot of it lands in data. So they need to get that data ready to be able to grow, whether they're ready to move now or they're getting ready to move in the future. So they have to land that data and get that ready to be used for AI when it's ready, whether it's now or in the future. So being ready to grow for the future or being ready to use it now and action it for the future.
Well, and I know I mentioned in my intro that that we were really kind of keen to spotlight an innovative data solution, and that organizations should really, as we're sitting here at the forefront of this, what I would consider maybe the most significant technology revolution that we will ever see, that they should be rethinking their entire data approach. I mean, are you seeing people get down to that level where they're rethinking everything from the bottom up?
Absolutely. It's very much like building a house, right? You have to build your foundation. We have those data services on top of that so that you are ready to build for your future, whatever that is. We have pieces that work together, so that whether you are structured or unstructured data, those pieces are working together so that all of your data flows. It doesn't matter what it is. And that's really key when you're going to work towards your future. You want everything to work together, right? All of those pieces of data, and you want to make sure that it is easy to use and it will conform for the future, for sustainability, for data protection, for everything that you are going to need, regardless of how it affects your data, so that you know you are totally future proof.
Yeah, no, and I respect the fact that everybody has got something, and starting from scratch is a big ask. So we're typically going to see people kind of working within what they already have. I know you mentioned KDB, but have you tested other vector databases in addition to KDB?
Absolutely. We work with all sorts of different vendors. Milvis is another popular one. And we work with multiples, and we have a full stack of vendors that we work with, all the way up the stack. And it doesn't matter what you're looking for. I mean, there's lots of them out there, and each of them have their own benefit, right?
We are at this threshold of even though all the data that we've accumulated in the enterprise is still amazing, we're in this moment where that seems to me like it's going to be even more exponential, if that's possible. I mean, when you think about it, is this idea of a flash approach kind of the best possible answer in terms of just raw power required to handle all this sort of thing?
Absolutely. I mean, completely, the disk is dead. I mean, you've heard our CEO say it, and he's absolutely not wrong. Disk is totally dead, and you're not going to see anything faster than Flash. Our founder is revolutionary in his thinking. We are constantly innovating, and absolutely, you're not going to find anything faster. So I can't imagine anybody is ever going to put anything on spinning disk again. We have units that will put the equivalent of archival data on flash for the same cost as disk. Have it accessible like that in the day of AI, who knows when you're going to need that data? I was just reading the fact that internet data, what we use currently for large language models for training, is about to be completely consumed. Every organization is going to need that archival data to use for their large language models. We're running out of data. How are our AIs going to get smarter?
It's absolutely incredible, and also there's there is going to be this challenge with regard to open versus closed AI, and where these models will run, and the challenges that will bring about with regard to, again, just pure raw storage and horsepower for organizations that don't want their data intermingled into some of these larger language models that where it gets a little more complex. And I think that's all part of the strategy that folks need to start to sort out as well, is how are they going to take advantage of the AI moment while still protecting what is their proprietary data. And I got to believe that you're being asked that all the time.
Absolutely. And we're growing as a world, the amount of data, but it's not growing as fast as these models are growing and learning. And nobody knows where we're going to be in 20 years. So the more data that each organization has makes them more and more valuable. So if that data is valuable, why would you not want to have it accessible quickly and at a moment in time?
Yeah, well, again, we are always looking forward to highlighting new and innovative companies that are taking a completely different approach to things, companies that are on the leading edge. Gartner Magic Quadrant leaders like Pure Storage. Certainly worth checking out. We're very happy to have you in the spotlight, Melody. Thanks very much for the time today.
So wonderful being here. Thanks for your time.
If your business would like to be featured in a future event, contact us today.